Hi guys, my name is Anna Celine, your professor turned medical student here in the Philippines. So now I'm going to make a very unique video. It's actually about my BS Psychology, BS Psychology journey. But in here, I'm going to focus on the tips on incoming first year psychology students here in the Philippines. So if you want to know more, just keep on watching. Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. Again, my name is Anna Celine, your professor turned medical student. So now I'm going to make another or a unique video about psychology. Actually, this is for incoming psychology students here in the Philippines. So that's incoming first year psychology students here in the Philippines. Okay, so my apologies about my location right now. But ayan, nandito ako ngayon sa aming living room area. So since no one is here yet, so nandito muna ako nagsistay. And because of that, nilubos ko busy ko yung time na meron ako a free time for this one, so I can give you the tips. Okay, so again, in this video, I'm going to give you 10 specific tips how to survive an incoming psychology student. So, disclaimer, actually, I've researched some of my tips from the internet. So I will not take credit of all of it. So this is by Jake McBride. So I will not take credit of it. But I wanted you to know that I'll be including my tips as an incoming, my tips before and how I survived my my journey in psychology. Okay, so just a brief background lang, no. So I took up psychology way back 2009 to 2013. And I graduated with a Latin honor with that. So I think naman my tips will be helpful, especially for those incoming psychology students, because I'm a former psychology student as well. And also now I'm working as a professor in psychology as well. So if you are very much interested in that, I do suggest that you listen very carefully to my advices. And if you really wanted to ace your exams and really pass all your subjects in psychology, and what to expect in psychology, just keep on watching in this video. So now let's go to it one by one. First, ang dami na pinababasa ko in the internet and also in Facebook. So first is do some essential reading. So ano nga ba yung essential reading na sinasabi or tinutukoy dito? So as you all know, psychology now here in the Philippines, both in BS and AB psychology, actually now is a board exam course. Meaning, this course is now part of the PRC, kung saan you are now, if you really want to pursue and practice psychology, you need to take the board exam. So, ano nga ba yung mga essential readings na tinutukoy dito sa number 1? So, the essential readings that is very important in here are 4. Actually, 5. Gawin na natin 5. So if you watch my BLEP video or the board licensure examination for psychologists, psychometrician, you already know or you already have an idea of what are those. But I'm going to repeat it again in this video. So first is theories of personality. So theories of personality, there are a tons of resources now available online. Also, if you're interested, I can actually give you a Google Drive containing my readings before. So, yon. So, pwede kong i-ano yun. So, theories of personality. So, hinihinay lang tayo, guys, ha? So, I know na incoming pa lang kayo and I don't want you to get burned out. So, as early as now, you just can watch on videos online or in YouTube about the introduction to theories of personality and what are the things that you can expect on that. But if you really want to get involved as early as now, so theories of personality, go and read Theories of Personality, if I'm not mistaken, by Feist and Feist. Ayun. Pero if I'm wrong, I'm just gonna keep on the Google Drive in my description box na lang. Okay, so that is the first reading. The second reading is the abnormal psychology. So kapag nagsimulan mo yung Theories of Personality, very interesting na abnormal psychology. Abnormal psychology, again, I'm gonna give you a PDF copy on that na lang. Pero for you to have any idea of that, maraming resources online, in YouTube as well. dito na puro basics of abnormal psychology. So, interesting siya. So, I do suggest that you read on that as well. The third one is industrial psychology. So, industrial psychology in here is about sa industry lang ito. And if you're going to if you wanted to work in the HR or in the office in the future, this is a must read. Okay, so kasi yung theories of personality and abnormal psychology, if you wanted to pursue clinical. And also, ito, psychological assessment. So, psychological assessment, ito ay isang actually malaking subject to. I can still remember nang tinuro ko tong subject na to. Meron akong psychological assessment 1 and may psychological assessment 2 na sa courses ngayon. Pero ng mga batch ko, which is from 2009 to 2013, yung psychological assessment, isang subject lang siya, tapos parang 5 units. But now, it's actually 10 units. So, very bigatin to. So, if you really wanted to actually ace your degree in BS Psychology or AB Psychology, I do suggest that you read on that kasi ang laki ng factor ng subject na yon. So, that is psychological assessment. And last one is the ethics ng ating psychologist and psychometrician. Don't worry, I'm going to put a link on that as well sa ating description box. So, itong mga sinasabi ko na to ay actually board subjects and very essential. Actually, hindi naman lahat ng subjects sa psychology or the course of psychology iikot dito. But, it is very important kasi nga, after mong mag-graduate ng psychology, ito yung mga very core and very much na dapat mong basahin. Next one, the next tip is stay up to date with current affairs. So, ano nga ba yung mga stay up to date or ano nga ba? So, do follow on blogs or pages on Facebook so you know what are the current trends in psychology are. So, I do have a page that's Bite Size Psychology PH, and there are other pages as well. So, like All About Psychology PH and other psychological pages na nagbibigay ng current trends ngayon dito sa Philippines and also across the world. So, if you wanted to know more and very much interested kayo sa mga current movies, news about psychology, do follow pages in psychology sa Facebook page. So, again, I do have a page. So, that's Bite Size Psychology PH. Yon. So, and also, you can also watch current movies about psychological thrillers. I know if you're really not fond of it, you can just search on that. But if you really wanted to stay up to date, watch documentaries about psychology and also movies about psychology. And ayun nga, pages as well. And you can also read vlogs about psychology. So, lalo na dito sa Pilipinas. Pero, of course, if you wanted to expand your horizon, do also follow and watch other psychologically based pages and websites ng international and abroad. Okay. The next one is always keep your eyes and ears open. So, in here, eyes and ears open in here. Pagdating naman sa classroom, everything in psychology is about behavior. When we say behavior, lahat ng kinikilos ng tao, lahat about sa tao. So, if you really wanted to know more, if you really wanted to get in depth in psychology, I do suggest I do suggest that you start to observe as early as now. So, alamin mo bakit nga ba ganito yung, tingin mo bakit ganito yung behavior ng isang tao, bakit ganito siya, and etc. And please avoid judging another person because of the observations that you have. Here in psychology, it's not being right. It's about understanding people. Hindi mo kailangan maging tama. It's about being kind and empathetic sa ibang tao. Yun. So, number 4 is learn from everyone around you. So, ito yung sinasabi ko sa kanina din. Psychology is actually a science, and it involves about people, about knowing and learning about people. So, in here, learn stories about other people, about their journey and their behavior. Actually, ngayon kasi, it's really broad, pero psychology is the study of human behavior and mental processes kasi. So, when you say psychology, ito yung naaral nyo yung behavior ng isang tao, bakit siya naging ganito, bakit naging ganito, bakit ganito siya umasta, and everything else. So, in here, you can ask, like mga ate at kuya natin na psychology majors, or if you have questions about psychology, you can just type in here, and I'll do my best to answer all of your questions. Or maybe I'll do a Q&A about psychology. So, learn from everyone around you. Watch, learn, and also follow follow psychology majors na sobrang okay sa field, and how do they process things, and also how do they learn more about psychology. Next is number 5, learn how to study independently. So lalo ngayon, online kasi ito yung lahat. So you are going to be required to study independently. In here, it will require you to actually build your own study habits that works for you. So others, pure memorization. For others, kailangan mo nang basahin yung material before going to class. For others, kailangan mo nang makinig na mabuti sa class and then go to the material and then pass the quiz and etc. Have your own study habits and stick to it hanggang matapos kayo. Right? Next is hone your note-taking, diagram-making skills. So, in psychology, I know that everything naman, kahit anong course naman, you can actually check on, or you can actually Google everything naman. So, but in here, I do suggest that you still write on things that you needed to know and you already know. Kasi here in psychology, hindi ka lang nagme-memorize na bluntly, just saying everything repeatedly and everything. So, for you to know more and for you to continuously memorize about things, you have to write it down. And also, meron kasi mga professors na mahilig sila magpasulat and all, magpagawa ng mga diagrams and all. So, have your own pace and also have your own technique on doing those kind of things. And also, mapabalikan mo din yan eh. Di ba sabi ko nga in the beginning that psychology is actually a board exam subject. So, I do suggest, since board exam subject siya, as early as first year, start your own notes to be mababalikan ninyo pag board exam season na. Yeah, especially if you're going to take the board exam. 7, get enough sleep. So, I do suggest na ang psychology naman kasi, isa siyang course para for me. It's a very interesting course. And hindi kayong tipong napupuyat, kaka-review, kaka-memorize, and etc. It's actually more on understanding talaga. It's about comprehension and actually living what you've learned. So, don't push yourself too hard on psychology. It's actually a very nice subject to learn. So, get enough sleep. Take care of yourself. And actually, ikaw, magiging tatawagin ka na in the future as psychology major. So, dapat sa'yo pala magre-reflect na yung pagiging psychology major, which is understanding other people. The next one is don't be afraid to admit your own weaknesses. So, dito sa psychology, merong parang mahina sa math. Well, mahirap ang math, pero meron din tayong statistics and other subjects. Like sa school na pinagtuturuan ko, meron kami field methods, which also requires research and also statistics as well. So, hindi lang siya ganun. So, in here, don't be afraid to know your weaknesses and also ask questions. Number 9, try to enjoy psychology. Try to enjoy psychology and study and everything. Pag wala ka naintindihan, search on it. Kapag meron kang nalaman na about related to psychology, search on it, write it, and then understand it. Just enjoy psychology. Masaya ang psychology, I promise. And lastly, remember what psychology is about. Psychology is about a study of human behavior and mental processes. So it's not just about memorization. It's about understanding people, being with people, being empathetic with people, and being there for people. So, dapat sa inyo pa lang, nag-shine na yun. I mean, as early as first year, embody nyo na yun. Na psychology is not about judging people and knowing who's right or wrong. Psychology is about helping people and giving them the need that they want emotionally especially. So, that's it. Actually, those are the 10 advices that I can give for an incoming psychology student. And if you wanted to know more like how to ace your exams or quizzes, I can also give you another video for that. But for now, since starting pa lang and you are just diving in sa psychology and gusto mo talagang mabigay yung best mo, start with your mindset. Mindset and then emotional. And then, things will follow. Magugulat kayo, na-ace nyo na pala exams. Magugulat kayo, napa-perfect nyo na pala exams. Magugulat kayo, top na kayo sa exam. So, start with your heart muna. Start with your mind. Focus your mind on it and then continue with your heart. Everything is possible if you just believe in yourself. So, ayun lang. Those are my tips for an incoming psychology student. If you have any questions, please let me know at the comment section below. And I'll try my best to answer all of your questions. So, yun lang. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. So please don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye for now!